Looking for the best low-maintenance outdoor flowering plants? In this video, we'll show you 15 almost zero-maintenance flowers that bloom for months and are perfect for any home garden. Let's get started. At number 1, we have moss rose. It's one of the toughest flowering plants you can grow. It loves scorching sun, poor soil, and can survive long dry spells thanks to its succulent leaves that store water. It rarely suffers from pests or diseases, and it keeps blooming with very little attention. That's exactly why it's a perfect choice for beginners. Next is Madagascar periwinkle. This incredibly hardy plant blooms almost continuously in hot weather. Once it's established, it can tolerate drought, poor soil, and even mist watering without losing its beauty. Plus, it's naturally resistant to many common pests and diseases. Now let's talk about lantana. This plant is famous for surviving where many others struggle. It thrives in intense heat, poor soil, and long dry periods while producing colorful flower clusters for months. Thanks to its excellent pest resistance and minimal care requirements, it's one of the easiest outdoor flowering plants to grow. Moving on to pentas. It performs exceptionally well in hot and humid climates. It tolerates full sun and even handles short dry periods once it's established. With only occasional watering, it continues blooming for months while attracting beautiful butterflies to your garden. Next up is Mexican heather. Even though it looks delicate, it's actually surprisingly tough. It handles heat, humidity, and occasional drought with ease while blooming for much of the year. Other than an occasional trim to keep its shape, it asks for very little care. Here we have blue days. This beautiful ground cover thrives in full sun and high temperatures. It tolerates dry weather really well, needs very little fertilizer, and naturally spreads into a dense carpet of blue flowers, making it a fantastic low-maintenance choice. Let's look at yellow alder. This fast-growing flowering shrub performs well even in poor soil. It tolerates both heat and drought remarkably well and produces fresh yellow flowers almost every day. Once established, it needs very little attention to stay healthy and colorful. Next is blanket flower. This plant is built for harsh conditions. It actually performs best in poor soil, intense sunlight, and dry weather. In fact, giving it too much water or fertilizer can reduce flowering, which makes it one of the easiest flowers to maintain. Now we have firecracker flower. It thrives in warm tropical weather and produces bright orange blooms over a long flowering season. It handles heat and humidity very well and stays healthy with only moderate watering and basic care. Next comes Angelonia, also known as the summer snapdragon. It continues blooming through extreme summer heat when many other flowering plants stop. It tolerates humidity, occasional drought, and rarely needs deadheading, making it a dependable low-maintenance plant. Moving on to Mexican petunia. It's one of the toughest perennial flowering plants you can grow. It easily survives intense heat, heavy rainfall, temporary flooding, and even dry periods. Despite all that, it continues producing fresh trumpet-shaped flowers with almost no maintenance. Here's butterfly pea. This hardy climbing vine grows rapidly in full sun and tolerates poor soil, drought, and high temperatures with ease. As an added bonus, it naturally improves soil fertility by fixing nitrogen while producing stunning blue flowers. Next is globe amaranth. It's one of the toughest annual flowering plants you can grow. It thrives in hot weather, poor soil, and dry conditions while blooming continuously for months. Its excellent resistance to pests and diseases makes it a perfect beginner-friendly choice. Now let's talk about scarlet sage. This colorful flowering plant handles summer heat extremely well and keeps producing bright flower spikes throughout the season. It attracts pollinators, tolerates full sun, and rarely suffers from serious pest problems, requiring only simple watering. Finally, we have dwarf ixora. This tough evergreen shrub tolerates heat, regular pruning, and long growing seasons with ease. Once established, it blooms repeatedly throughout the year with very little maintenance, making it a reliable choice for outdoor gardens and decorative pots. Those were our 15 best low-maintenance outdoor flowering plants. Which one is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share for more gardening tips and flowering plant guides. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.